Elaine Shauger here, APS, a Perfect Swing Academy. I'm the second master to Daniel R. Shauger. He's the #1 master in the whole world of golf because of his down under up. Here's Daniel, your master, talking about putting and bunker shots.
Putting lesson. We're also going to include some bunker play. It's a pretty rainy day here in Southern California, and I hope it doesn't rain on our parade. But we'll do the best we can. Okay, we're going to deal with the golf ball first. And if you notice, I have a stripe on this golf ball. And the reason I stripe this golf ball is because I use it together with my putter, which also has a stripe, so that I can get a really good aim alignment on my golf ball. The longer this can be, the longer your aim line to your golf ball, the easier it's going to be for you to tell whether or not you're aimed perfectly or not. And getting the ball started on line is one of the real keys to becoming a good putter. That brings us to the putter itself. As you notice, this is a mallet type putter, and I strongly recommend a mallet type putter due to the fact that it gives you this nice long aiming line. There's nothing worse than having a little bitty short aiming line like this, and then you're depending on whether or not you're perpendicular. So if this is a very short little aiming line, you're trying to get a 90-degree angle in there, and it's much easier to just have a nice straight line. Also, a putter like this one, because it has a lot of weight way back here, when you hit the ball off center on this type of a putter, it forces the weight to try to move sideways. And since the weight's already moving forward, it has very big resistance against twisting. So this is the kind of putter I suggest that you get. It doesn't necessarily have to be this brand, but this type of a putter. It's very important to have that. Once you get a good putter, stick with it. In the course of our lessons, we've been dealing with the golf swing. And you can have the greatest golf swing in the world, and if you can't putt, you can't take advantage of it. So while we can hit a wayward shot on the fairway, and we can make up for it by a good approach shot, which may be a little longer or from a different direction, or if we don't hit the green with that, we can make a good chip and get fairly close to the hole. If we're not a good putter, our scores can change dramatically. A good putting round can be as much as 8 to 10 strokes better on your score than a poor putting round. So it's very important that you become a good putter, and it's the single most important part of the game, in my opinion. The striking of the golf ball is good, but if you're not a good putter, you'll never get to your potential. So to become a good putter, we want to spend some time on the practice putting green. And one of the things that I strongly suggest that you do when you're on the practice putting green is never putt at the hole. Instead, I putt at a white tee. And here's my reasoning. If you go to any golf course in the land at lunchtime, you're going to see countless players practicing their putting. They know they're going to be better golfers if they can putt better. So they come on their lunch hours and sometimes in the early evening, and they're working hard on their game. And they're rolling the ball around. And what you see more often than not is the ball does not go in the hole. Now, if you're putting and you're trying to get better and you see most of your putts not going in the hole, how do you think of yourself as a putter? First of all, you don't have the kind of confidence that I want you to have. And second of all, this lack of confidence makes you a tentative stroker of the ball. And the stroking of the ball is extremely important for us to be any good at it. So now, my practice, when and if I do it, I roll the ball at a tee. Now, if I hit the tee, I see myself as a terrific putter. If I miss the tee, I don't feel bad about it because it's a tiny target. So having said that, the first thing that we want to deal with when we're dealing with rolling the ball is getting it on line, okay? So the best way to do that is to find a kind of a sloping section of the green, and then an easy way to tell where downhill is just give your ball a little toss, and it'll pretty much tell you. Okay, we know downhill is directly at the camera, and so your best putting would be from fairly close range at first, and learn to get the ball started on line to your objective. Now, having said that, I want to talk a little bit about how we keep the putter on line in a way. 36 putts doesn't look good on your scorecard. First putt, unlikely. My touch for speed, only the bottom quarter of an inch is in the sand. This is a very nice lie, and from this kind of a lie, this is what you hope you get when you get in the bunker. you hit half to 3/4 of an inch behind it, you can swing much easier at the ball. You do not have to swing hard. And you're going to get some sand between your club face and the ball, which is a grit surface, going to put a lot of spin on that golf ball. So you're going to be able to control how it lands. Now I'm hitting into a downhill green, and because of that, I need to have this spin. So in setting up for this golf shot, I would set up for just like any other golf shot. And on all my short game shots, I stand a bit open, whether I'm chipping or pitching or whatever. I always stand a bit open, pretty much like my putting stance. So I can get a pretty good feel for almost kind of tossing the ball to where I want it to go. And since our golf swing has a setting back action of the hand and a tossing through, that's pretty much what I feel like I'm doing. I want the club face a little open in my grip. So rather than put my hand on the back of the club with the club face straight up and down, I open it a few degrees. It's not very much. I will vary this depending on how deep the sand is. I want it pretty much like a standard shot with a slightly open club face for this particular shot. I want to get some spin on this ball. And so now the most important thing that you can learn to do here is don't look at that ball. We tend to hit what we're looking at. So as you're working up to your practice and you're learning how to do this, I would like you to go into a bunker and just pick out something, a speck of discolored sand or something, and look at it intently and learn how to hit that discolored speck so that you can consistently put your club back to the same place. If you can't do that, then you need to practice until you can, because if you're aiming this close to the ball and you can't do that, you hit the ball, it's going to go way too far. Conversely, since you're swinging a little bit easy, if you hit too far back, it's not going to go far enough. So this is a bunker shot for people who are somewhat accomplished, and you need to become accomplished at this shot if you want to become a good player. So this is an important shot to put into your repertoire. So I'm going to try to hit this ball about a half to 3/4 of an inch behind it, not hitting the ball. So the ball goes out of my picture. I don't even see it. I'm looking at this spot on the ground about half to 3/4 of an inch from it. And I'm going to take this club back and hit that spot. And I don't have to swing very hard. And the ball comes rocketing out of there.
I tell you, Dan Shauger is one of the greatest teachers in the whole golf world. You can learn so much from Daniel. I watch his videos over and over again. I have 140 of them, and he's amazing to listen to. He knows a lot about golf. And come and join our team. I ran this video a little bit longer, but I want you to hear how smart he is about golf. He's a very smart man with his down, under, and up. He's a great teacher. I think he's one of the best in the whole world of golf. Elaine Shauger, come and join our team and learn from the best golf pro, Daniel R. Shauger, with his down, under, and up. I'm Elaine Shauger, APS. Thank you.